Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's great battle. I should have this in a playlist called Awful Battles, but we're going to go ahead and showcase something I talked about last episode, or last video. Last video was Minnesota, where I did almost 300,000 damage, and we barely won the game. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why are you playing the Minnesota so much? It just happens to be the bureau for the Vermont, which I'm working on. So that's why you guys seen this, because I have to play it once a day to get a win. And you can see that hasn't been as easy as advertised. I have a 45% win rate in this ship. I love it. It's probably my favorite ship right now. In the matchmaking, I've been just unlucky. You're going to see that in this match. But you can see I'm averaging 140,000 damage. And it's not like I'm not taking damage. I have 900,000 potential damage average against me. And almost 2,000 base XP with a losing record. So you can safely assume, without sounding like a victim, that it isn't because of me. You know what I mean? But, and one thing I want to make very clear, this video is not to rip on players. This video is just to show you guys the perfect storm that came together, and I'm still in shock. This I just had this match, and you can see why my win rate is what it is on this ship. And like I said, this isn't to rip on any players. I don't like when people just tear into teammates. But I figured this would just showcase how crazy it can be. And just see how all the bad stuff can come together on one game, and there's nothing you can do about it. I did showcase this one other time with the Hyuga. There's times when you're not going to win a match no matter what you do. So let's get into the match here, guys. Before the match, this is the commander build I've been using for all my American battleships. So let's get into the match here. We are at Scandinavia. Also, we are bottom tier at Legendary. One thing I do want to note too is that every player or every teammate of mine but one is in a premium ship, quote unquote, either legendary or non-tech tree premium ship. The reason I bring that up is that makes sure to know that you can see every ship would have upgrades. So it's not like they're in tech tree ships with no upgrades. And we are going to go move forward. Also, this rubric here, I did actually, in chat, I was super nice. I just said, hey, there's a lot. I know this is a newer map. So I said, there's a ton of room for the spawns. You can drive forward for a couple kilometers before you even get detected, as you're going to see here. And really surprising to me that a rubric went backwards. It's the first time I think I've ever seen a German battleship not charge in. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and move forward. As you guys know, in Dreadnoughts, American Dreadnoughts, I 100% love to control the middle of the match. Even at Legendary tier, I'm not scared. In fact, when I'm bottom tier, I generally do much better. Just kind of seems especially against better ships for the most part. So we're gonna go ahead and move up, and we have teammates kind of just spamming chat. Actually, our gearing starts to make a play for A, which I was super pumped about. So, because at the beginning of this, I see some crazy stuff starting to unfold, and I was really hoping the gearing uh, definitely helped us spot here. So we're moving up. We're going to try to get to these islands so we can sneak up on somebody. The other reason I like to move up in a Dreadnought is I know there's going to be secondary ships charging, like a Schroeder. There's a lot of them in this match. I thought I could catch one off guard. And you're going to see we kind of do, but I actually expected one of the secondary ships to be charging up the middle. I believe there was a Schlieffen, Ohio, and a Schroeder. At least them three for sure. So you could definitely safely assume one of them is going to charge. You're going to see one of them does, but for right now, but you're going to see that he kind of puts him, the Ohio puts himself in a great position here, where he doesn't get caught out by everybody. That's Ohio. I was expecting him just to come out flat broadside, but he does play this pretty well. He kind of just stays back right away for a little bit. And so we're going to try to, once we're spotted here. Also, if you see here, shoulder does pop out. And I kind of just checked my auto aim, and it looks like he's slowing down. So I'm going to go ahead and take my shots at shoulder. You guys want to see a magic trick? That's right. We're going to turn shoulder into a submarine. And as you can see right now, in this moment, every teammate of mine is behind a mountain. I have never seen that before. Every teammate. In fact, you could make an argument the most far out teammate to me not being behind a mountain is our friendly cruiser right by us. I actually thought this Ohio was going to turn in. That's why I aimed a little bit. It looked like he was aiming in. He wasn't actually coming back in. So we only get one pin on him. He was actually getting ready to turn out. And then the Soyuz Rasaya. This is the ship, like I said, that I do have the world record in right now. So I'm taking a look at him. We see the Temp Marie. Now, this Rasaya is a very tanky ship. You can see he's taking our whole enemy team on from the front. But from the side, it's not very good. So I see he's going to start to back up. And he was angled just enough to bounce most of my shells here. As you can see, yeah, bounced and shattered all my shells here. Pretty unlucky salvo, too. But we can see Temper Marie, or Temeraire is pushing up. And we're going to get ready, because I don't know that he doesn't realize I'm here. And we are going to go ahead here and do another magic trick with just our back turrets. And he is gone. Another dev strike. So 2 people dead. I dev struck both of them, meaning I did most of the health. So our one cruiser that wasn't hiding is almost fully dead off to the side. Now he's dead. So you can see, like I said, this is not to rip on my teammates. This is to just show how crazy this was. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is, I understand because my teammates are behind mountains or dying very quickly, I cannot stay in the middle where I'm going to get shot from both sides, so I got to pick a side here. And we have pretty good looks on this left-hand side. We're going to go take a shot. Now, this was a poor shot on the Schlieffen. I made a mistake here. I was trying to get greedy. I should have shot up higher. I probably would have done more damage and maybe had more luck with a Citadel. Obviously not the worst salvo in the world, but that was a complete misplay on my part. And now we're gonna move up, because Schefflin's gonna be a real problem if we don't get rid of him. So you can see I am looking at the Schlieffen. He goes dark, so I go back to the Musashi. And we're going to go ahead and throw our front set at him, because I'm staying angled to Musashi. I do not want Musashi to light me up. And we see Salem here. And he's in the middle of a turn. He's worried about the other teammates. I haven't shot at him at all. He's not expecting this. And we do, in fact, do another magic trick here. And we've killed 3 of the enemy teams with dev strikes. So everybody that's been off the board, I've dev struck, right? So I'm not getting a lot of help. Now here, I kind of wish I'd played this a little bit different. You're going to see what I mean here. I kind of figured Schlieffen was going to stay behind that mountain a little bit. You can see I'm kind of looking. It looks like he's slowing down. So I start to focus on Musashi here, and we're going to go ahead and try to get the cheek of Musashi. And we're going to get unlucky on a couple of these salvos here. That one I probably shouldn't have done at that range. But to have Minnesota only hit, what was it, like 3 or 4 shells? That's crazy at 12 kilometers. I just got unlucky with that. Schlieffen pushes up, and this is when I realize I'm in a world of hurt. He just got rid of our battleship, uh, and you do not want to push on a Schlieffen. Like, the torps on it are crazy. That's how we got rid of our Yamato. I'm actually expecting Musashi to make a bad turn here as we get our high caliber. But he never really does, and I am waiting for him to take a shot because I need to turn out. I can't just brawl with a Schlieffen at close range and angle to a Musashi. I can do one of each. I can take on the Musashi, that's no problem, and take on a couple battleships, but Schlieffen is the problem. I can't take on another ship and Schlieffen at close range. They're just too powerful. Schleffen's too powerful to do that. You can't just ignore it at close range. He goes ahead and shoots his shells. I make the turn here because I don't want to get torped. And at this point, I'm already understanding there's not much I can do here. We've clearly lost, and we're going to go ahead and try to shoot into the superstructure of Schlieffen here. Schlieffen did a good job of wrecking our entire team, but we're going to take a huge chunk off of his health there. That was a really good shot into the superstructure. I was really happy with that. We're going to try to get our health to get one more shot off so we can finish Schlieffen at least. We're actually going to go down here to Musashi. Like I said, close range Schlieffen makes a big problem when you're in a battleship if you're trying to angle to multiple people and not get torped. But anyway, you can see the only 3 people that died, or 3 of the 4 people that died, I dev struck, meaning I did almost all the help to or damage to them. And there was only one other person dead on our our team killed. None of my teammates had over 1,000 points. None of them. Not one. And like I said, this isn't to rip on other people or anything like that. It was just a complete shock to me how bad this went. And we had a 3,000. If that's a win, that's a 3,000 base XP game. Can't complain with how I did, but sometimes you just have to understand you're not going to win a match. And that's okay. You got to move on. I'm getting better about that. I used to get pretty mad about that. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time, folks. Have a good one.